What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic Room, and welcome to episode 7 of the Jurassic World Spinner Wheel Toy Challenge, where spinner wheels get to choose the species of dinosaurs and the brands that I showcase in today's video. So without further ado, let's see what the spinner wheels have for us today. So here we are with our spinner wheels. Obviously, the spinner wheel on the left is going to choose the species of dinosaur, and the spinner wheel on the right is going to choose the brand. So let's go ahead and hit that left spinner wheel and see what we're possibly going to get. And it looks like the species is Dilophosaurus. Okay, that one's actually going to be pretty fun. So now let's hit that right spinner wheel and see what we're going to get for the brand. And it looks like we are going to get Kenner. Okay, fun. So let's check out some of my favorite Dilophosaurus toys from Kenner. So looking through my collection for some Kenner Dilophosaurus toys, and the first one we have here is the original Dilophosaurus released from Jurassic Park Series 1. This is the Dilophosaurus with Dino Strike Venom Spray, and this is such an iconic and classic figure to me because this is one that I had growing up. I actually had like 5 or 6 of these growing up. It's got a nice little sculpt and a kind of a soft skin, as all of you can see, and it doesn't come with the frill like some of the other Dilophosauruses, but that doesn't take away from how cool this actual figure is, because when we look at the back of the box, you can actually see some of the features of this awesome Dilophosaurus. So what you can do is squeeze and release his side while his head is underneath water to fill him, and then squeeze his sides to spray venom, which is really cool. So it basically mimicked the Dilophosaurus spraying its venom like it did on Dennis Nedry in the original movie. And then, of course, there's advertisements for other figures like the Dilophosaurus we just saw and another Dilophosaurus that we will look at later in this video. But again, this is such an iconic and original figure for me, one that's very special because I loved it in my childhood. And it also comes with this really cool collector card right here of this Dilophosaurus actually attacking that man. That is some pretty sweet artwork, if I'm being completely honest. But this figure, again, is super iconic and special to me, and one that I'm always super happy to have in my collection. Now, the next Kenner Dilophosaurus we're going to take a look at here is the Lost World Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, codenamed Spitter. And this one is the exact same sculpt as the one that we just looked at from Jurassic Park Series 1, but this one does have an all-new paint job, which is really unique. I like this gray color with the blue. I think those blue stripes are pretty vibrant looking and look awesome. And then we got the little bit of the green on top of the crest over the mouth, which is pretty awesome. And the difference between this one also, other than the paint job, is that this one comes with some capture gear. So we got like a little neck tag here, we've got some hand and feet restraints, and we've got a muzzle for the mouth, which is pretty sweet. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Dilophosaurus in a very cool scenery photo, which is pretty awesome. And then we get some advertisements for some other figures from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And of course, when we look at the front, it does say Spitter blasts a venom spray. So this one does work the exact same way as the first one did, where you would squeeze the sides while you submerge the head underwater. It would then fill up the belly for you to squeeze it again for you to shoot the Dilophosaurus venom spray, which is really awesome. Again, this one is pretty unique, even though it is a repaint, but I do really like the colorations, and it makes this one a pretty awesome figure. So the next Kenner Dilophosaurus here is also from the original Jurassic Park Series 1, and this is the electronic Dilophosaurus with striking jaw and dino scream sounds, which is really cool. So this Dilophosaurus has got a completely different sculpt than the ones that we looked at prior, and it's got an actual harder plastic body instead of that soft plastic so that it can spray the venom. But this one has the actual frill with it as well. You can see those nice vibrant colors that you just kind of hook around the neck of the Dilophosaurus to give him his full attack mode, which is really sweet. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a look at the instructions on this Dilophosaurus. It says the frill fits around his neck to warn off a strike. Push down on left arm, jaws will open and he will roar. Batteries are replaceable, unscrew batteries, all that stuff. But yeah, very, very cool. So this one, of course, does not have the gimmick of spraying the water, but it has the gimmick of pulling the hand down or the arm down, getting that mouth to open up and for it to have a dino scream, which is really, really awesome. And of course, this one also comes with the collector card, as you can see right here. And I also have this other version right here in my collection, which is the exact same Dilophosaurus, but it does have a different movie card, which is really, really awesome. Now, the next Kenner Dilophosaurus that we have right here is the exact same as the Series 1 Jurassic Park one that we saw at the beginning of the video, but this is the Series 2 re-release, which also came with capture gear, as it says, now with capture gear, which is pretty cool. So it is kind of the same capture gear that came with the Lost World Jurassic Park version, but we get the same paint job as the original Jurassic Park Series 1 version in this Series 2 version, as we can see here. And the box art is a little different because they added this blue part into the background for the Series 2 releases, whereas the regular ones just had black in the background there. And then when we look at the back of the box, it looks different because it's advertising Series 2 toys instead of Series 1, but it also shows similar instructions as the Series 1 version. To fill Dinosaur, squeeze and release sides while its head is underwater, squeeze his sides to spray venom, and then put capture gear on as shown, which they didn't have in the first version because it did not have capture gear. But again, looking back at the front of this Dilophosaurus, another difference between this one and the Series 1 version that we looked at earlier is we get a different movie collector card here, which is pretty sweet. So it does make it unique to have both the Series 1 and the Series 2 versions in your collection. And now here is the last Kenner Dilophosaurus that we will be showcasing today, and it is actually a hatchling this time. Look how cute that little Dilophosaurus is. But this is the Jurassic Park Series 1 Dennis Nedry with Trank spray gun and dino damage arm that comes with a Dilophosaurus hatchling, as all of you can see. And then when we look at the back of the box, we get a look at some more advertisements. But if we look right here, Dilophosaurus hatchling looks small now, but an older one of these spitters is a dangerous hunter, which is very, very true from what we saw in the original Jurassic Park movie when the Dilophosaurus became Dennis Nedry's demise right here. And then this one also comes with a collector card too of, look at these 4 Dilophosauruses sneaking up on a guy on the computers, which I guess you could say is Nedry because he was the tech guy, even though that doesn't look completely like Nedry. But this is really, really cool. And now there weren't a lot of Kenner Dilophosauruses, only the ones that we have looked at so far in today's video, but that is because shortly after the Lost World Jurassic Park is when Kenner switched over to Hasbro, so any releases after that would be a Hasbro Dilophosaurus. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Jurassic World Spinner Wheel Toy Challenge. Stay tuned for many more toy challenges and games coming soon. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.